Let's eye the prize, folks. Let's eye the prize. Coming up. Yep, and that is the emphasis of this video, is I want to talk a little bit about this. As far-fetched as it seems right now for most Sabres fans, the prize is what we're all longing for as fans. Can you imagine, okay? And I seen Buffalo back in 2006. Can you imagine the town, if you guys out there that live out in Buffalo, can you imagine the town if they won the Stanley Cup that night? What it would be like? Think of that for a second. Okay, all these things are possible in the future because the past is the past. There's nothing we can do about it. I'm not one of these guys. I don't whine about the past no more. I just don't. Okay, I don't. We learn from the past. We grow from the past. We develop and learn and become champions from the past. That's it. That is the goal. And that is the only thing we can take from the past, is that we are due. We are due. And that's proof for me the Sabres are going to win a Stanley Cup eventually, guys. I don't care what some opposing fans think of that. I could care less. They're mistaking me for somebody who gives a damn, really. What's important is that the Sabres fans believe in their hearts that this day is coming 4 or 5 years from now. It could happen. There's no way we know, right? There's no way to know for sure. If we get this rebuild right, we got a bunch of young studs here. I mean, I was reading something today and it made me think of Stanley Cup, guys. It made me think of Stanley Cup. I was reading a thing by Krebs. Okay, it was a post by Krebs. He mentioned something to this effect, talking about how he would love to grow here, okay? How they root on the Sabres when they're down in Rochester, and how he would like to grow here till he's like 30, 35 with the same guys. And that for me says a lot. That means they're tight-knit already, some of these kids. And they realize that they're good. They know they're good. They know. You don't make the NHL by thinking you're a crap player. You know, you make it because you know you're good. So they know they're good, and they know the history. They know the failures. It doesn't intimidate them, it seems, at all. It doesn't sound like they're intimidated. It sounds like they're excited to turn the tables on that and get a team going again here. Look, we're going to have a team contending inside of 3 years, I believe. Inside of 3 years. Not a playoff team, folks, a contender. Okay? I think bigger. I don't think we'll maybe make the play. Screw that. Maybe we'll make the playoffs? No. I want to push. I don't just want to get in. I want to push once we're in. I mean, we got to take advantage of that. Come on. We get into the playoffs, we better push. We better see signs. Or else, yeah, then I'll be worried. If we make the playoffs and lose 4 straight in the first round, I'm going to be worried about what we've built. I'll be worried. I'll expect 7 wins our first playoff run. 6. An upset in the first round, push somebody to 6 in the second round. I'm good with that. And a fight, a real fight, where we deserve better and but we lost, to keep us hungry for the next year. Yeah, that's the way I look at that. So if we can just get into the playoffs, maybe as soon as next year. Maybe as soon as next year. I know that might be pushing a little, but I don't care. So maybe next year, everything goes right, and all of a sudden the Sabres all of a sudden have a great start and they're rolling, and I'm not writing off this year. Don't get me wrong, I'm not. I don't want to stress about it though this year. If we get into a winning streak, I'm just going to get more stressed because that's what happens for me as a fan. Then my heart's really going to be involved a lot more, and I'm going to be like, oh my God, we're like 2 points out of a playoff spot with 20 games left or something, So yeah, that would be fun. But if we were a bubble team this year, I'd be good with that, because you can go from a bubble team to champion the next year. That's the difference in this day and age. That is the great thing about this day and age, folks, is that you can be a bubble team and win the Stanley Cup the next year because everything just went your way. Ask the Kings. If you don't believe me, ask the 2012 LA Kings if 8th place can win a Stanley Cup. And the answer is going to be yes. And yes, you can go up 3-0 in every single round. I mean, we are in a strange era of hockey, folks. You just got to get in healthy, as we all know, because of 2006, get in healthy, and get in hungry, and angry, and mean, and fearless, and preferably young, because a young team are too young to get scared. They really are. They get in and they're just too cocky and young to even understand sometimes the situation they're in. And by the time they know it, they're in the third round. There's just no way. And that's when it gets scary for them. That's when it can get scary for a young guy. But the first 2 rounds, no. Young teams can succeed really through the first 2 rounds. Winning a cup, though, far-fetched. It is. You need experience. You need to get hurt. You need to develop passion, a proper passion, where on the bench you hold yourself accountable. You don't need somebody coming up to you whispering in your ear, what the hell, man, pass it to me next time. Or, you don't need that. You hold yourself accountable and you tell your teammates, sorry, my bad, I had you open, I should have thrown it your way. Something like that, I'm just saying, or I should have hit him, I shouldn't have went for the puck, I should have took him out, things like that. This is all coming. This is all coming in our development. I do believe that Granato's very aware that the team is too soft. If we're aware, they're aware, guys. They're not that dumb. They're aware. But they're trying to develop a system here before they develop the team. They're trying to develop the internal system, which is the right way to do it. You want to have an internal system that anybody from any team comes over, it's already set in stone how it works here. And that's the way to do things. So we're on that path, I believe. Look, you look at all our young kids, and I don't got to start throwing names at you guys. We are rocking and rolling in young talent now. We are. How are these guys going to be when they're all 25, 26? I mean, we're going to have a few guys that maybe don't pan out, right? A few, maybe. I don't know if the big names, I think they're all going to pan out. I do. Most of our first rounders look like studs. You've seen the panic with some of the Sabres fans when we didn't take Perfetti and we took, what? God, I can't even think right now. I'm too excited. When we took Quinn. So sometimes we got to give it time. Got to give time, see how it unfolds. We took a goal scorer because Stanley Cup teams need a 50-goal man. Most of the time. It's nice to have a 50-goal man in your lineup, right? Quinn could be a 50-goal guy one day. Not saying he will be. Might be 30. Might be his pinnacle of his career. It's 30, 35 one year, and that's it. What about 50, though? What if he turns into a 50-goal man, right? And none of these dumb boneheaded contracts. God. No more boneheaded contracts to like free agents and stuff. No. Keep it internal when it comes to the big money. These guys that we get from other teams and they come over and they have a good year, like the Skinner deal was a good lesson for us. That was a good lesson because we cannot go and be stupid with the money. And I do believe Adams that way is anal. I believe Adams is like this. When it comes to the money, he's going to be careful as hell because the money is the power, okay? And a lot of people say you can't build a winner. You can't buy a winner. Sorry, you can't buy a winner and build a cup with money. You can't. You can't. But what you can be is smart with the money, how you allocate it to your up-and-coming talent on your team. And if they can do this, we're going to be in good shape, guys. We will be. We're going to be in good shape. We're going to be contending. There's going to be a lot of fun videos, hopefully, I'll be making when times are good again. Not times like what we're going through right now. I get it. It's tough. It's rough. Got to roll with the punches, folks. Rocky did with Apollo. Remember? Got to roll with the punches. Go see Rocky 2. And you guys can say you went through those first 14 rounds with Rocky as a fan of the Sabres, right? But look what happened in the 15th round. You know, that's how it can end. And you got to believe that as a fan, which I do, we're headed there. And if we are headed there, folks, it will be the sweetest Stanley Cup in NHL history. Really, it would be the sweetest Stanley Cup to see won. I can't imagine one sweeter. Toronto fans could say, put up an argument because of the drought, how they've been made fun of. Haven't made the final since 67 either. So I could see their point. But when you got a bunch of cups in your history and you can see reruns of it, at least you have that. We don't have that. We don't have that. So seeing the first cup won that way would be sweet as hell. Do I believe we're headed there? Absolutely. No doubt in my mind we're headed to a Stanley Cup eventually. No doubt in my mind. I'm not much of a fan if I say otherwise, guys. No doubt in my mind. All right, folks, that's it. I'll see you in the video tonight after the game. Let's go Buffalo, and let's see tonight the first glimpse into our future tonight, headed to that Stanley Cup in 5 years from now. See you then.